Alright guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you much for tuning in. So, we are back with EmKay, and this video is called People Being Confidently Incorrect. Relatively recent. I think this is gonna be funny, but also a bit cringe, and maybe perhaps even a little bit painful to witness. But I think we're gonna have a good time. As always, link to the original video is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to EmKay and you support him. There you go. Bro, wow, even 4K for this video. Damn, okay. Alright, let's get started.
No smoking. It is against the law to smoke in these premises.
Mm-hmm.
Please extinguish your cigarette before entering the building. There's 2 G's in cigarette, you stupid twats.
So, not only are you wrong, you also are damaging a property, which is a crime. Cool.
Right. So I got my first tattoo.
So I got my first tattoo? Home job. I hope it is a home job, because if you paid someone for that, damn. This also looks like a fucking branding, you know, like how they use the fucking, what are they called? The branding irons that they put on cows? That's kind of what it looks like.
Spelled tattoo. Home job. Really? Why did you get the Star of David tattooed on you? You never strike me as a religious person. It's a pentagram, XD. Penta is 5 points. Yours has 6, which makes the Star of David. I'm sorry, what? Tattooed person.
So you're telling me you didn't even do basic research?
Is right. No, it's got 6 points. It's not a pentagram. It's the star.
Tattooed person. It's right. What? What the fuck does that have to do? Are you... What? Oh, this person has a tattoo, therefore she knows everything about tattoos. And... Fucking...
David.
What?
Count before commenting. You both go Google it. I know I'm right. Or sorry.
I know I'm... Rigged.
This is America's core problem. It's not money, it is not education, it's not jobs, it's parenting. Time spent with children is below an hour per day. Nothing worthwhile is achieved with...
Wait, time spent with children. Age 36? 4+ hours a day. Okay. Wait, what? No, what the f... Isn't that just because the kids grow up and move out and live their own lives? Like, I don't know, if you're in your 60s and you still spend 5 hours a day with your child, I'd say that's weirder. What?
So little effort. This
Am I
chart
missing
doesn't show
something?
that parents are spending less than 1 hour per day with children. It shows that 85-year-olds are spending less than 1 hour per day with children. Quote, I turned off the air conditioner and now the air isn't being conditioned. Actually, the air conditioner is what cools the air. The climate control system is what conditions it by mixing air from different sources to reach the set temperatures.
Oh, the fucking wing smiley. Oh, here we go.
I'm not asking for cold air. I'm asking for it to stop pumping oven hot air from the engine bay.
-3, by the way.
Cooling is conditioning. Why do you think it's called an air conditioner? I'm not asking for cold air. I'm asking for it to stop pumping oven hot air from the engine bay. You can't make it do that. It's pulling ambient air from outside and from the engine bay. It's summertime. The air it's pulling from outside is going to be hot. Last I checked, this is Australia, which is part of America. Your point?
Ha! Okay. Well, for all you Australians out there, you are part of America. You might not have been aware of it, but now you are.
Genuinely, like, what? How old are you? Like, actually, are you stupid? Like, are you a actual moron? Poor thing. I'm
Probably.
not eating beef anymore. How noble of you. The only problem is, beef is in all of my favorite foods. Spaghetti, bologna, hot dog.
Bologna? But, brother, did you just say spaghetti bologna?
Problem is, beef is in all of my favorite foods. Spaghetti, bologna, hot...
Bruh. Did you just pronounce spaghetti bolognese as spaghetti bologna? What the No, nah. Bro, what?
Hamburgers, etc. So now I don't know what to even eat.
Well, there are also good foods that don't have meat in it, or you could just eat chicken instead, you know?
Hamburgers aren't beef. Neither is hot dogs. They're pig, dude. Heaviest bike should be at position 1, not 4. How the bikes are loaded...
Ooh. Is that how it's supposed to be? Because it looks like an accident in the
doesn't
making.
affect the static tongue weight, which is what my question is about. Both the rack and hitch are significantly under their rated capacities, so for convenience, I loaded the small bikes closer to the hitch so I could still open the trunk, although I appreciate that strictly speaking this isn't optimal. You should look up how a lever works. A lever does not magically add more weight to my vehicle. I could stick a 50-pound bike out 100 feet from the back of the van, and the van would only get 50 pounds.
You know what, guys? Don't correct them. Don't correct them. These are the types of people, they just have to experience it themselves and learn. Learning by doing.
Heavier. Of course, sticking the bike out further increases the rotational
-8
force
rating, by
where
the way.
it's attached at the hitch, but that's not what I'm asking about. The suspension is absorbing the added weight of the bikes regardless of how far back out they stick. In any event, this is all sort of silly because if I loaded 4 50-pound bikes to the rack, I would have even more rotational force and would still be totally within spec. You know, some people are they just cannot be helped, you know? They just can't. Don't
See?
have the context
That's exactly
for this.
what I
This is
said.
from r/motorcycles, unexpected day. Everything about that. Car, sure. Motorcycle, absolutely not. I'm turning around. No kidding. Carbon monoxide, radiant heat, and particulates will get you much faster on a bike. Carbon monoxide? Dude, go the back to school. That only happens when there's not enough oxygen, not an issue in an open space fires. What are you on about? There's tons of CO from wildfires, and it's a serious danger even miles away. CO is extremely toxic, even in small amounts. Firefighters don't wear respirators for CO2, they wear them for CO. I'm a business owner and I refuse to pay menstrual leave.
What the fuck is menstrual? What?
1, I can't afford it. 2,
Okay, fair.
y'all can control y'all cycles.
Huh? Huh? What?
I know y'all can. Do it at home and turn it off before coming to work.
Bro, this has got to be troll. This has got to be rage bait. Nah. What the f-
Be a professional no matter how bad the pain is.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I can tell what kind of business owner this fucker is. Okay, okay. What? You lost 2 limbs on the way to work? You only need 1 to work though, right? You can still come in. Bruh. This reminds me of like my boss at my previous company that I've talked about in several videos for how much of a fucking bitch ass he was. Whenever the topic of, working from home, home office work came up, nah. Bro, we worked in an office. Nah. In his words, it was like, home office work is for when you cannot go to work because you're sick. That's literally what he said. So in his mind, home office work was if you have to call in sick for work because you don't feel well, then you can instead work from home. That's what home office was there for him. And that's literally what what he like relayed to his employees. You can work from home if you don't feel good, but only then. Brother, if I have a fever, I'm sure as hell not gonna work from home. I'm gonna rest, you fucking bitch. I work for your company. I'm an employee. I'm not your slave.
Respect your male coworkers and be nice to customers. I don't even know.
It's unfortunate we don't know the year that this was posted, because I would love to check in and see if this guy is still a business owner.
To start with this, all I can say is it amazes me how far people can get with the knowledge they have. You're a business owner and you don't even know how that stuff works? What the bull Nobody in their right mind would send that deer back through the broken window. What kind of world is this where people actually believe this AI nonsense? So this is a video of a deer crashing through the window of a bank. Okay, but you're wrong. So Buck crashes through bank window. I didn't catch any AI watching it twice. Can you point out where? About halfway through the video on the left side, there is a ceiling that transitions somehow smoothly in a curve into the wall, but there's also a column that just goes straight up into the ceiling to nowhere. The biggest clue is that they put the deer back out to the window. That's absolutely nonsense and stupidity. They're inside and can unlock the door.
Am I the only one that doesn't understand what's going on here?
The cops, I'm pretty sure they can do that. Putting it back out the window would only make sense to an AI processor. Or stupid people. I wish we had the video to watch here, but we'll just have to take our word that it is not AI and that this guy is indeed stupid. I was just about to check Facebook Marketplace for a Sony lens after some Reddit scrolling. Never mind. Unfortunate situation. Luckily, it's caught on camera. A few $100s isn't worth dying over. DYE equals a natural or synthetic substance used to add a color to or change the color of something.
What?
DIE equals to pass from physical life. Learning the meaning of words before posting isn't difficult. Dying means adding color to something. Dying means to die, as in death or not alive. Additionally, never mind is 2 words, not 1. Not even gonna lie, I am guilty of using the wrong dying a lot. The Earth isn't even close to
Okay, but bruh, was it necessary for that long of a comment?
The Earth isn't even close to 3 million years old. Have y'all read the Bible? Did we read different Bibles? The one I read didn't say anything about the age of the Earth. Read Genesis. And I think perhaps we're just interpreting the scripture differently. When you gonna wake up and understand that solar is way too expensive and very dangerous for the environment? The batteries cannot be recycled or put in the ground either, can the blades of the windmills. The windmills take more oil to run than 100 cars. Holy shit. When someone calls you a snowflake, remind them they're quoting Fight Club, a satire written by a gay man critiquing how male fragility leads men to self-destruction. That's not what that book's about at all.
What?
Also, why did they feel the need to write gay like that? It's not a bad word.
Bro, nothing pisses me off than this unnecessary censorship of words on social media. Like stuff like that, or they have a completely normal as word and then they just blur out 1 letter to censor it. What the fuck, bro? What?
Well, do you think you're gonna get in
not even super insanely controversial words, but sometimes even completely normal words, and they're censoring. Like, what the fuck?
trouble for saying gay? Ignorance is bliss. You obviously don't know how words actually work. Being against homosexuality isn't homophobic. Except it literally is the definition of homophobia. Your pretentious condescending tone is exactly why your point is weak. He never disliked them, he disagreed. That's the difference, and you are getting caught up in delusional grandeur crafted by some uninformed gnat you take every word as truth from. Bin. 0 is a multiple of 5, though. 0 times 5 equals 0. What math school did you go to?
What?
0 is a multiple of 0, not 5. Multiple 0 times anything to 5 to prove it is a multiple of 5. This is wrong and sophomoric. Please stop. If you were born in the 80s, you ain't a millennial. Sorry, babes. Lamau, you are absolutely delusional. 86 year. However, I'm definitely a millennial who got used to our generation being blamed for the downfall of society while you were still in K-12. Not a millennial, even a little bit. You were playing with Stretch Armstrongs and whatever else they're showing on Stranger Things, not living the millennial childhood of the late 90s to early aughts. You were already working at a corporate job by then. Well, the entire internet disagrees with you, but sure, go off. Millipede is an insect and frog is a reptile, not animal. There is not a single part of the sentence that is correct. Blank, sorry blank, that was all filmed in California. As he said how a cameraman filmed the landing if Neil was the first to touch the moon, the cameraman would have had to be there already. There is no wind on the moon, only solar wind, which is not wind. Why was the flag flying in high rate of wind? No gravity on the moon. Why did the rocks keep falling back to the moon when thrown? Last and most important, why was a cable hooked to the back of his suit? And what was it attached to when he was walking, bouncing across the moon? Watch the video again and you will see the cable. It was nothing more than a Hollywood stunt so we could say we were the first to the moon, and truth be told, we weren't. Yes, I have inside info from family members that worked on the set. It was all propaganda to make everyone believe we were there first, and as I said, it never happened. I just love watching the flag wave in the air where there is no wind. I laugh every time I see it. No gravity on the moon? Who says there's no gravity on the moon? Google is a wonderful thing. You should try it sometime on matters you know nothing about. Yeah, okay, just keep reading your inside info.
Bro, such a long, detailed comment. Just to say not much of value whatsoever.
Right. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, come on. Also, wasn't the camera like from the rover, the lander, whatever? I'm pretty sure. For those who don't get it, 1 to the power of anything is equal to 1. So 1 to the power of -1 is 1, huh? Clearly doesn't work like that. The gas chambers were built after the war. Nope, not.
What?
Not at all. Look, Madinek captured almost intact in the Gerstein report. Yeah, that's simply not true. Appreciate you trying, though. If I agreed with you, we would both be wrong. Agreement and the facts are very different. Your facts are not accurate. Neither are yours. I'm right and you're wrong. Says who? I'm right and you're wrong.
Okay.
That's just arguing on the internet today. Welcome.
Yeah. That's what happens when you argue with a stupid moron. I'm right and you're wrong. Can you prove that? I'm right and you're wrong. Answer the question, bitch.
To that. Spanish is a language. I hate that emoji so much, by the way.
Yeah, who came up with that shit? Who came up with that?
People aren't Spanish. What? Never knew Jack was a pirate because he refused to transport slaves. Cutting this scene is so bewildering. It tells so much in so little and simply builds onto Jack's character. It's heavily implied in the movies, both the second and third. People need things spelt out for them for real. Please learn how to spell spelled before you try and act intellectually superior. Of course the NFL would announce a non-US citizen for the Super Bowl halftime show, right on cue. Rihanna, not a US citizen. Shakira, not a US citizen. Coldplay, not US.
Well, what is this pattern? Are they indirectly saying that the Americans make shit music, or like
citizens? The Who, not US citizens. Rolling Stones, not US citizens. Paul McCartney, not a US citizen. U2, not US citizens. Bad Bunny, US citizen. You just meant they're not white because you're racist and stupid. Comments on an article about changing Ohio's motto, "With God, all things are possible." Someone pointed out that the phrase is inherently religious because it's a Bible verse. This followed. Specifically which religion? Last I heard, it was a biblical quote, not a religious quote.
What?
Honey, the Bible is the holy book of a particular religion. A quote from it is inherently part of that religion's beliefs. Other religions have different holy books. That's not true. The Bible.
Bro, if you don't know what you're talking about, please just shut up.
Is not specific to religion at all.
Oh, my bad. I guess you Muslims are just morons for listening to the wrong book, huh?
Each religion may modify it to suit their specific denomination, but the Bible is not written that way. Does that include the Quran and Torah, or just the Bible? Trump proposed swapping out Pride Month for Veterans Month. Are you on board? Is this an AI image? This is an AI. Look at that guy's
Probably.
sweatshirt.
Let's see, the back here. Ah, yep, with the letters that could potentially be AI. We'll look here. Yeah. This the older generation of AI images where the language and the words were still fucked. Yeah, that is. I would not be surprised if that is AI.
Awesome. Why did you need an AI? You couldn't just like find a photo of people standing in front of a billboard. You goddamn imbeciles! You just had to generate this stupid ass image just to put
what is this image even supposed to?
Text on a blank space when you could just clear it out yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. People are just, they blow my mind. There's already 2, May and November. Look it up. They get 1 day in each on those 2 months. Look it up. Fact checked. Updated December 26, 2024. Veterans and Military Families Month 2025. Veterans and Military Families Month was established in 1996 by the Armed Service YMCA, with the U.S. government recognizing the occasion every year since. Wow. And what's that? It's Veterans and Military Families Month. So a whole month, not just a day, not 2 days, not 3 days. It is a whole ass month. You do have it. You're just complaining because you want to cause drama and you want people to be at each other's throats.
To be fair, I'm really not up to date with these whole dedicated months in the US, honestly. Like, we don't really have any of that shit in Germany, at least not stuff that I'm particularly aware of. Yeah. Some of these comments could have just been completely prevented if you just did a simple Google search. Or if you're even too lazy to that, just ask your Siri or something. Like, a little embarrassing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I enjoyed this one. Good stuff as usual from EmKay. I hope you did as well. Leave your requests for other videos down in the comments or join my Discord and let me know there. And I hope all of you will have a great day. And I hope we'll see each other again in the next video. Until then, stay safe, take care, bye.